Hey, what's going on, family? This is a message to the community. Right now, it's time for us to step back into our rightful place. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna present a few challenges when you're in a group with your peers. You know what I mean? And we talking. There's an old narrative that we gotta dead off. Gotta dead this narrative. You ever hear the narrative when people say, "Man, well, we can make it, but we just gotta be able to come together." You know, we can make it if we could just stop fighting and killing each other. You know, we can come together if we just spend our money with each other, but we don't spend money with each other like the other communities do. Y'all heard all those? Y'all familiar with that narrative? Stop that. Stop that, because there's so many examples of the positive that's happening that we got to start speaking on that. Because one thing that was taken away from us that I'm learning, and I know thousands of you are learning too, is that we have to speak things into existence. Our ancestors did that. You know what I mean? They put out stuff like The Secret and all that, but all that comes from us. Okay, we were here 10,000 years before any other culture was around, practicing these uh, ways to manifest. So, what I want to say is, if you speak about the glass half full, then that's what you're going to produce. If you continue speaking the old narrative about the glass half empty, that's dated. We already know. We already know all that. We already know all those things. You know what I'm saying? So don't continue to perpetuate that. Stop that in its tracks. When you're having a conversation, challenge somebody, because whatever you think, you produce. So if I say, and this is how I think, I'm excited about the productions that I'm filming. I'm excited that the client is happy. I'm excited that that continues to be the case. I'm going to continue to produce those results. But if I keep saying stuff like, man, if I had this, if I had that, then I would be able to do this. If only I had a budget, if I had the right people around me, then I can make it happen. You got to stop that, because that's going to continue to producing the same wanting those things that will quote unquote get you your success. So you have to be happy about the things that you have right now. And I just want to say this, man. Right now, you got to we have to line ourselves up. No, I'm not gonna say we have to. I'm stopping myself right now. I'm excited that we're lining ourselves up. Okay, I'm excited that we're lining ourselves up so that we can step into our rightful place. And that's it. Be excited about that, and that feeling that you have when you're excited about something. That's the feelings. That's what you have to harness into the excitement of having that success. You know what I mean? And that's what's going to produce. Right now, I don't know if you guys heard, but North Carolina just made a historical move by giving. I know it's small, but it's a step in a good direction. And see, even that, what I'm about to tell you, somebody gonna say, but that ain't enough. Okay, but it's a step in a good direction. What I'm gonna say is, $10 million was just awarded to the city, to the citizens of North Carolina, and they're calling it reparations. $10 million for not no paycheck to everybody, but things for like social justice, economic equity. You know, all of those things that we've been left out of. You know what I'm saying? So it's starting to become a topic on the table. And you know what? It's guess who's driving? Just who's the driving force behind those initiatives being launched? They're black elected officials that are championing these initiatives. So therefore, when y'all say I ain't voting because it's all the same, no, that's another trick. If they don't, if you not, I heard this from Les Brown when I was with Jay in Atlanta. He said, if you inside the bottle, you can't read the label. Okay, if you're not at the table, then you're on the menu. You understand what I'm saying? So it's important for us to get into these positions of leadership, speak truth to power, be transformational in everything that you do. Don't be petty. Stop being petty. You know what I'm saying? Work your problems out. If somebody don't try to rob you, kill you, steal from you, lie to you, it could be worked out. Okay? We have disagreements. It could be worked out. But as long as it's not a question of your morality, then it could be worked out. If there's a question of morality, then they're a liability. Okay? They're not an asset. So you got to keep it moving. Everybody's not ready. What's the famous line Harriet Tubman said? Yeah, I saved 1,000 slaves, but I could have saved thousands more if they only knew they was a slave. So if you're dealing with a house nigga, then he or she got to get their mind right. So you can't invite them to the party because they're not ready yet. Everybody's not going to be ready. And last thing about this corona, okay, err on the side of caution. Please err on the side of caution. But what you do internally right now is you make sure prevention. You know what I'm saying? Study the herbs that you need. Right now, elderberry, mullein tea, Essiac tea. These teas I get from Napoli Naturals, I'm putting into my teas every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm making my teas from raw tea, put into a pot, and boil the water, and then dump it through a strainer into my cup. Put a little agave nectar on it, and I'm told also honey. When you put honey into hot tea, it becomes poisonous. So use your honey after your tea has cooled, okay, or warm. Don't put it in when it's burning hot, because something about that I think that makes the honey carcinogenic. I haven't done my research on it, but I'm gonna find out. But I wanted to say that as far as the corona, don't get all caught into the news because they want to scare you so you can take this vaccination. All right. Unless I'm sick, I don't know what, I'm not going to no doctor. You know what I'm saying? So prevention is what we need. So stay alkaline. Try to stay away from the meats. Keep your body alkaline, because if it's alkaline, then it's hard for any BS to live in your body. And that's all I want to say, y'all. I just want to give you some real, you know what I mean? And that's what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, regardless of what you do, who you is, what you done did, the bottom line is when you leave here, and this is the shout out to my dad, Morris B. Halley II. He said, when you die, what people remember about you is how you treated people. Okay? If you're treating people bad, it's not good. You know, regardless of what you did or what you accomplished, that don't mean nothing. When you die, people are gonna remember how you treated people. Was you mean and wicked, or was you a giver? You know what I'm saying? So give life. And we're not promised a long time, but I'm not gonna say that. We aren't promised. We know that, you know. But what we do want to do is make sure that our time here is the best time we spent treating other people as well. You know what I mean? We're put here, in my opinion, we're put here to be of service to other people. Okay? Not to be served. You know what I'm saying? Not to be self-absorbed. Not to feel like you so high on the shelf because you done worked with this person, that person. All that is nothing. You know, when I lost my dad, it taught me to be humble. It taught me that in 1 minute, your whole life can be changed and flipped over. You know what I'm saying? So stay humble. Stay humble. Stay humble. And be of help. Be of service. Much love, y'all. Peace.